I know we wasted our time today. Yesterday was bad, today was bad. Like, when's it gonna fucking not be bad?
Are you just making content?
Yeah. What's your name?
Will.
I'm Bennett, nice to meet you.
Gotta get involved.
This is my mom, Suzanne.
I'm Will.
Hi,
She's
nice to meet you.
she's here for the week. Nice to meet you, Will.
How many people you spoke to today?
Oh, today's been slow, like 2 people.
I know, it's annoying. When you do content, like, people are either hit or miss, aren't they?
Do you make content?
I'm a musician, so
Oh, really?
I've had to make content for my album. My album came out on Friday.
Oh, wow.
So I've been doing content as well.
What's your album called?
Yellow Butterflies. It's like, I'm a dark EDM artist.
Oh, I love EDM.
Do
That's
you?
actually like my favorite genre
Is
of
it?
music.
Yeah, my artist name's 220 Kid.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't know who you know. I've worked with like Wax Motif and Tiesto and people like that.
Oh my
so,
gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah. So
Wow.
So I saw you and I was like, oh, I can't leave him sat there.
We're already ending on a high note. Tell me your problems, man.
I don't know, Paul. What are my problems today? Paul's staying with me. Yeah, I can't. I stay on the sofa too much. I get overwhelmed by life. So I'm a musician. I had my album come out on Friday and it took 5 years to make, and then I just got a bit like, too much going on, because it's about my mum. My mum passed away a few years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So that's okay. So I made an album. So then when it comes out, you're like, you have to relive, like, there's songs about her and stuff, and that's the whole promotion. So she died 3 years ago, and then now I'm doing like my label, like, we need to talk about your mum and things like that, and I'm like, So I think maybe it's like a universal problem in the world, is like, how can we connect and appreciate with our parents more? Because I think as you get up, when you're younger, you think everything's about money or cars or houses or girls or boys, whatever you like. But as you get older, you realise, like, family is everything. So maybe what would make me feel good is if you tell me about you and your mum's connection, so then I can vicariously enjoy the love you guys have.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'm kind of curious if you want to start, like, your reactions to what he was saying.
Well, I lost my parents about 16 years ago.
Sorry. Yeah.
And so it's been a lot longer for me, obviously, than for you, and it's very, very hard.
Yeah.
It's very hard. I can't say that I have a whole lot of advice other than, to not push away the grief. It's just sort of the instinct is, I shouldn't cry. I should just, be tough and just tough this out. But I've heard a lot of people say that it's so much more important to just feel it and let it. If you're upset or sad, just experience it and not push it away, because then you can process it better. I don't know if that's true.
Well, you said something to me that always stuck with me. You always said to me that your mom, my grandma, always said you have to learn how to cope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Just one. It's like you just take it as. I think because people are like, is today a good day or a bad day? But it's not. It's is like this a good hour or a bad hour? Just in general in life, and the steps.
Right.
Like nothing's as. You have to make it really micro, not so big, because your mood changes all the time. And people are like, how are you today? I was like, I don't know. I was this mood earlier. I'm this mood now, and I'll probably be this mood later.
And it hits you. Grief hits you in different waves, right?
Yeah. So how did you feel, like, the void when you lost your parents?
It was tough. I mean, they were both sick for a really long time, and they passed 5 weeks apart.
Okay.
So it was.
Yeah, my mum was sick. Was it cancer as well, or?
My mom had diabetes, and then her kidneys failed, and just a lot of things. But mentally, she was fine. And then my dad had a stroke, and then dementia, and so his mind was not fine. So, but it was just a really long time in bed. It was really little, so it was hard on him, hard on me, hard on everyone.
Yeah.
I definitely had to take a lot of naps right after, but I felt a void because I had spent so much of my time caring for them. And what am I supposed to do now? I literally, the few days right afterwards, I mean, I was just sort of wandering around like, what do I do? What do I do now?
Yeah.
Like, I had no idea what to do.
And
so
it's kind of,
it's hard.
It's like very contradictory, because obviously you're very sad they've passed away, but you're also relieved and happy for them to be out of their suffering. So you feel guilty, but you feel sad, and it's kind of like a very peculiar
They both
cycle.
were suffering, So when they're suffering, I think, you feel that sense of relief. But
and you try to, because you remember them before they were sick, and the amazing thing, but then also you get like flashes of. I had to carry my mom up the stairs and stuff, and she's like a skeleton, and it's like so you kind of like, you're trying to remember the good, but then you get hit with the sad, and it's kind of just processing grief is very peculiar. So this is less me asking problems, just like chatting. But.
Well, that's just sometimes more important than just having it's more about, like, people who have had common experiences, right?
Connection as well. I find Echo Park's good for it, but in LA it's very hard to connect with people, strangers, and people don't really have like a community spirit as much. Maybe just because I'm from England, where I'm in the countryside, it's much more community focused. So like when my mum passed away, the whole village comes together and the whole village goes to the funeral. People bring you food and they look after you. But just in general in LA, and I think because maybe you're separated by cars, you have to have a car. You don't just have these interactions. So for me to see you guys sat here, I'm like, great, I can connect with some people I would not have connected with today.
Wow. How long have you been in LA?
2.5 years.
Okay, interesting.
So, like because my dad's older as well, and he lives home, and that always like is kind of a conflict. Like I'm here doing my work, but I also want to be around my dad and spend as much time with him as possible. So that's kind of like where I'm at the moment. It's like whether that's a big conundrum, whether I should leave LA and go home and be with my family, or am I here meant to be living my own, building my own life, having my own separate journey? Because obviously my parents had their journey.
Right.
So you're kind of torn. That's.
Well, how often do you go to visit?
Every couple of months. I try to pop back, but I've got 2 dogs and a cat, so it makes it a little bit more difficult.
Oh, right, that's hard.
How do you like LA?
At times it's great, at times it's terrible. It's very ever-changing. I think it's a very unforgiving place if you're haven't got yourself together. It amplifies how you feel. If you feel bad, it will make it worse. If you feel great, it makes it incredible.
Right.
So how do you find LA?
I mean, I feel that way too. I feel a lot of pressure myself. Like, dude, today, like, I'm like mad at myself because I don't have enough followers. I'm mad at myself because like
we never have enough followers.
And you know what's funny is I'm curious to hear more about your music, but it's like I'm just starting this out, and I wonder if like someone like you who's been doing this, like when you make it quote unquote, do you still feel that level of not having enough? Or
oh yeah, making it never fills the void you think. That's what we always put so much emphasis on, these like targets of success.
Yeah.
And you get there and there's just a big empty. Now there's another void because it's almost a grief in itself. The goal, the goal was the journey. Like the journey is actually the best bit, and you're constantly thinking, and you go through a lot to get to your dreams. Right. But then when you get there, there's a lot of things you haven't dealt with along the way, and now you have a big space because you're like, well, what's my next dream? So I was like, on Friday when this album came out, it took me 5 years to get it out through lots of label politics and stuff like that. And then I was like, well, what's my next dream? I was like, I'm 36, I'm like, I'd like a wife and kids. And my friend's like, that can't be your biggest dream now. And I was like, no, I think because I've spent 10 years doing music, so I've not made relationships like my priority. Right. So now I'm like, okay, I think the biggest blessing in life is family. So my next big goal is to have a wife and kids and then work can be like a parallel goal, but not as important, I think. Yeah. But yeah, when you get like, because there's always going to be people bigger than you on social media. Like you're never going to be the biggest unless you're very, very rare. Or to certain people you're big, and then in a year go, oh, but this person's bigger. Yeah, so exactly. Always, so like to my friends, they'll be like, you're famous. I'm like, I'm not famous because I'm so much smaller than other people. People know my music, they don't know me. So and then I'll meet other people. I'm like, now you're famous, and they're like, well, I'm not famous compared to this person. So it's crazy. Like I think you'll reach a point where you're happy with what you've done for yourself, and I think if you lead it with artistic integrity, the rest will come, because there's never going to be enough money. There'll be times you do really well financially from your art, and there'll be times you do terribly, and it's just if you can stay consistently happy through that with what you're creating and what you're putting out. And I think the fact that you're sat here doing this is incredibly brave, because there's so many people who want to do content creation, or they want to do something and they don't take the first step. And you're out here, you're doing something different. I've never seen something like this. Someone sat with their mum giving advice. I think that's awesome. And so actually the very, very, very hardest bit is having that, take the first step. The rest, honestly, is so much easier. It's interesting when you say that, because like, I think we forget about like how big of a step it was to start. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you had that experience yourself, making music, and you mentioned that you just had to make content for your album, right? Yeah. Like that's a whole new element now of being an artist, is you have to be an artist and a content creator, yeah? Oh yeah, when I used to put music out, I'd just put it on a Spotify playlist and it would go crazy. Now it won't. So now I have to do the content to try and convince Spotify to playlist my songs, or just to build the records. It's changed, it's changed so much, because I kind of had my first big record at the start of COVID, and that was like very radio driven because everyone was inside. Yeah. So now everything's TikTok driven, but then everyone's doing TikTok, so it's kind of like, I don't know, you have to, I think I always find if you don't quit, you will succeed without fail, always, because everyone else gives up, so there's always going to be space for you to win. So if you're having a bad day where you're like, oh, this is not worth it or whatever, this is hard, I think as long as you just go another day and you go another day and you go another day, and you just keep buying tickets to the lottery, and eventually your number has to come up because everyone else gives up. That's so true. Wow. Yeah.
so I'm curious, but whether it's like making the content or the album coming out, like, what would you say is something that you're most looking forward to as like you're continuing to pursue this career?
This album was for me. If this succeeds or fails, it's on my terms. Like,
Yeah.
no one had any input in telling me what songs I could put on it. Because when
Right.
I've been with labels before, and they're like, "You have to put this song out," and I'm
Yeah.
like, "I don't want to do that song." So everything, I was very stubborn about this. And
Yeah.
I did a deal which was like, I get his blessing to be paid for a deal, but it's very, very small.
Right.
Just enough to survive and do what I'm going to do. Whereas I had offers which could have changed my life, but they wouldn't let me be who I was.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what I was most proud of. I was like, I am now like fully authentically myself.
Wow.
And that is like, I don't know, I think that's the greatest gift when you're a creative.
Yeah.
And you like, with what you're doing, if you can be yourself and you can go home at night and be like, you know what, maybe we didn't film too many videos, but we filmed one video and I was me and I nailed it. That's pretty cool. That's better than what these other people are doing on social media. And people see through it. People see through bullshit. When I make videos that aren't me, they see it. When I do videos that are me, it wins every time.
It's powerful, isn't it? You can just
Yeah.
tell right away. Like if you go back and look at numbers, you're like, oh, this one won because I was me.
Yeah, and I think you have a great personality, you have a great energy about you.
Thank you.
I think you will win as long as you don't give up.
Thank you, dude. Well, you gave me some pretty great advice.
It's okay.
If I had to leave you with something, I would say like get back to England as much as you can, man, because
Yeah.
I feel like those are your roots, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, as an artist and as a human being and wanting to start a family, I feel like you
Yeah.
need to connect with that as much as possible in order to get there. Because
true.
like I can just tell by talking to you, like LA, while we all agree it's like beautiful weather and it's a creative place, like it's not all of who you are. Like
No.
like London raised you, right?
The countryside in England raised me. So I'm
Countryside.
here,
Oh,
I'm from the countryside.
Oh,
I'm
countryside,
here.
right? Yeah, okay.
So this is why I'm outside, I'm
Yeah, yeah,
definitely
yeah.
touching grass.
Yeah, exactly. And touch grass. That's the other
Yeah.
thing. No matter where you are, you can always touch grass.
Yeah,
So
awesome.
yeah.
Okay.
Where can we find the music? Follow you?
It's at 220 Kid, 220 Kid.
Love it.
That's my artist name. So yeah, it's on
Amazing.
Spotify, it's everywhere. And hopefully people might know the music. And if they don't, hopefully they will now know the music. So
It's amazing,
it's something
man.
for everyone.
I'm excited to check it out. Well,
Yeah,
we were gonna go
so
at 5
grateful.
o'clock.
Were you? What time is it now?
Like
What is it?
5:30.
Amazing, man.
Oh, cool.
It's a good thing we
awesome.
Did
didn't
we
leave
just
at
talk for
5.
half an hour?
Oh no,
Oh, okay.
it wasn't
I guess
quite. I'm
so,
just
but
saying,
it's-
but like we
It's
were,
just timing. Timing is a divine thing, right?
Yeah, everything for a
we
reason,
were
for
like,
sure.
he's like,
'Cause I
oh, I'm frustrated. Let's just go. And I said, oh, let's just wait a little bit longer.
always listen to mum. That's it.
There we
that's,
go.
That's something I always do. Is like always. It's like equivalent. Always send one email. Every time I fail, I send one email I'd never send. So it's
Wow.
like you think you had a bad day. Stay a little bit longer to see what happens.
That's crazy because you never know what that one email.
Yeah,
could
because
do.
most people just go, oh, I failed. So let me just sit here and give up. But if you send off like I'd email a record label in China and be like, hey, do you want my music or something like that?
Yeah.
Something you would never do. Just really like mix it up, and then it will lead to something. It always leads to something.
Wow.
So every time you have a bad day, just mix it up.
I love that.
Love that.
So
Good
inspiring,
advice.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a
Wow.
pleasure to meet you.
You
I'm so
too.
happy
man.
that you stopped.
Thank you.
Dude, thanks so much. Appreciate your
it.
time.